This episode of In the Breezeway with Franny and Beebs brought to you by BB Delivery and Lawn Maintenance, serving Northumberland since 2006, with reliable same-day delivery for your commercial, industrial, or residential needs, and for the best lawn maintenance and care that will make you stand out in your neighborhood. Don't get stung by the competition. Call BB for a honey of a deal and ask your friends. They'll tell you it's BB, 905-375-8781.
Well, welcome to this week in the Breezeway with Franny and Beebs. I'm Franny, this is Beebs, and this week's guest is
DJ Roett from Peterborough.
How you guys doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you again. I just seen you on stage.
Not too long ago, yeah. Not too long ago.
Done open mic.
Yeah, that was awesome. Have you got one first? Maybe a favorite?
Yeah, I got a favorite song right here, a little Eric Church number for you guys. A little new country.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been gone too long, singing my songs on the road of the town, one road show. And I'm coming home, don't give a damn what those keys are for. Gonna knock down that front door and we'll find out what that house is made of. Been too many nights since it's failed us make love. I wanna rock some sheetrock, knock some pictures off the wall. I'm gonna love you, baby, like a wrecking ball. Look at you, send me one more shot, sitting on the bathroom sink. Damn, you really turned me on. Painting your toenails pink, easy baby for you to sing. If I can make it just one more day, yeah, that old house is gonna be shaking. I hope those bricks and mortar I won't be surprised if the whole damn place just falls. I'm gonna love you, baby, like a wrecking ball. Yeah, that old house is gonna be shaking. Right through that front door, I'll back you up against the wall. I'm gonna love you, baby, take you right there, baby. I'm gonna love you, baby, like a wrecking ball. Like a wrecking ball.
Hard not to like that, isn't it, Beebs?
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So who are your early influences when you started out?
Well, when I started playing, I was playing since I've been 3 years old on stage with my grandfather, Doug Montgomery, who's a local guy around here from Omimi.
Yeah, nice guy.
Nice, yeah, very nice guy. Well, unless, you live with him or something. You know, not a lot of people get to see that side of him, but that's okay. No, he's always been basically a father figure to me my entire life, and taught me everything I know about music and that kind of stuff. And he's definitely my biggest influence. And he taught me all the classic country stuff, George Jones, Waylon Jennings.
It's good to hear that new country from you too. I mean, I know that you play the open mics, and I know what the people at the open mics, they really want is the old traditional stuff, and it's good that you know that. Yeah. I've seen that end of you too, and it's very good. But to hear that today, acoustically, without the band, it was a very nice job on that song. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's what I used to love. I used to play that. You know, that's what I used to do, just classic country, and that's what I grew up on, and I still love it to this day. But nowadays, there's not a lot of, I guess, money in old country music. There is a little bit, but and if you want to do music for a living and have a good time with it, you know, new country is kind of where it's going.
Yeah.
You know, a lot in the bar scene, that kind of stuff. So that's what I've been trying to work on quite a bit. So.
Give us one if you got
Well,
one.
let's see. Let's take it back. Let's take it back a little traditional country.
All right.
You know, since
Sure.
make my grandfather proud of me, I guess.
Sure.
I could say, put it that way. This is actually one of the first songs I learned. My grandfather taught it to me when I was just learning to play guitar, 7 years old, and back then, you know, you only know a couple chords, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a little. Hey, good looking. One of the first songs I learned. Hey, hey, you're good looking. What you got cooking? I was about cooking something up with me. You say, hey, sweet baby, don't you think, baby, we can find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod board and a 2-dollar bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and a dancing spree. You wanna have fun? Come along with me. You say,
Oh, where's Fred? You hear him coming?
And tonight's beer.
Come, boss.
Oh, thanks, Fred.
Fred,
There you go.
how you doing?
Another
Fred.
great job.
Tell you, where do you see yourself going in about 10 years from now?
Ooh, that's a great question, Fred.
It is.
Took you
He's gonna try to
a
take
little
my
bit to
job.
figure that one out, didn't you?
Kind of thought maybe you might be able to answer it.
Oh, I don't know yet. Well, no.
Oh, get up with this. What are you hoping for?
What am I hoping for? Well, I see myself doing some good country music. That's for sure. I've worked at it quite a bit lately. Spent a year in Tennessee doing just music for a living, and I loved it. And I have a feeling that I could make a run at her if I work hard enough and do it. So 10 years, you know, you never know nowadays.
Well, I really hope you make it, buddy.
Thanks.
Me
Thank
too.
you, sir.
Great question.
Hey?
Great question. We try and get rid of me off the show now?
Yeah. I thought I could take your picture.
Guess who's going to be delivering beer
I'm
next
almost-
year?
I'm almost built the same.
BB's beer delivery.
Cut.
Gotcha. DJ. The name.
The name.
The name.
The name.
Now you give me a little story on it. Would you like to tell the people? I enjoyed the story on the name.
Well, the name you're going to be hearing quite often now is Dean James, and that's my musical name. That's the music name I'm going to be called. My stage name, I guess you could call it. A lot of artists do have a stage name nowadays. So, because DJ Rowett is my real name, Dean James Rowett is my full name, and my dad's name is Dean as well. So my mom has always called me DJ my entire life, and it's also Dean Jr. and Dean James. DJ also works for both, and it's kind of for musical aspects, it's not a great name to have for country music because people think you're a DJ if you get DJ Rowett. And then Rowett can be spelled so many different ways. It's R-O-W-A-T-T, but if you hear it off the top of your head, R-O-W-E-T-T, R-O-W-I-T-T, R-1-T, you know? And it's just confusing. So if you go Dean James, I mean, you really can't mess that up. You know, it's James Dean backwards.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, Dean James is the name you're going to be seeing on social media and around here, around Peterborough.
And I'm sure we'll hear from you. I've already heard, like I see it, Lindsay with a duet. I've seen you at Warner's open mics, and you're out there making a name for yourself, and that's what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
really
sir.
got to do.
Probably, do you want me to say
Yeah,
where I'm
sure.
going?
Where you got
Well,
some coming up?
Yeah, I'm playing the 29th of January, this next week or whatever. It is on the 29th. It's Bourbon Barrel Saloon in Peterborough, Ontario. So it's the corner of George and King, brand new country bar. Great atmosphere, great people there.
They're calling to book you for another
Apparently
gig.
they're calling me right now. Apparently that's what's happening right now, yeah. And so yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So we're playing there, and then we're playing, that's my band, Dean James and the Heartbreak Hillbillies is my band name. So we got that going well. So also we're playing the 31st. That was the Lindsay duet thing you were talking about. I'm playing with the great Naomi Bristow. Me and her are going to be doing some great duets.
That's the poster I seen. There's two other duet couples.
Two other duet couples. Yeah, and it's in Cambrai, Ontario. Cambrai, so not too far between Lindsay and Fenelon Falls.
Yeah.
So between there, and it's going to be a great time, great show. And I'm looking forward to that for sure. Lots of stuff coming up in February, but just look on my Facebook page and you'll be able to see
That's
all that.
the best way of getting a hold of you?
Yes, sir. Dean James, look me up on my Facebook page, and they'll have all my events and all that kind of stuff coming.
We'll try to figure out how to get a link up through the Facebook.
So who's in your band there?
Well, we got from around this area, we got the great Clayton Mark, who's playing guitar for me.
You're not kidding.
Oh man, he's a great player, killer. Oh man, can't get over that.
We've had him on the show.
I heard that. Yeah. He was
I recorded my CD there. So.
Oh great. Okay. And he's a great guy, great guitar player, wizard on guitar. And Jody Anderson from the Lindsay area, playing drums. He's a great guy, great personality to have around too. And Ronnie Lister, who's a great name to have around too. You know Ronnie.
I know his mom, yeah.
Okay, yeah. His mom's been doing country music around town for a long time. He's playing bass in that band. So then I'm the singer and the guitar player.
Well, good.
Yes,
that
sir.
should be something to see.
Yes, sir.
That would be awesome. I'll get out to check that out for sure.
Definitely. Bring
29th?
Bring Fred over here.
Oh, geez, yeah, we have to bring Fred. We'd all be sober. You got another tune for us?
Yeah, let's go back to a little new country. One of the songs I'll be doing at that show.
Sure.
For Bell's little song about buying you a boat.
I've heard of this one, yeah.
Well, I ain't rich, but I damn sure wanna be. Working like a dog all day ain't working for me. I wish I had a rich uncle that could kick the bucket. I was sitting on a pile like Warren Buffett. I know everybody says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ass down to sell the bullets. Yeah, I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. They call me redneck, white trash, and blue collar. Well, I could change all that if I had $2 million. And I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't feel a camel doing eye of a needle. I'm sure that's probably true, but it sure sounds pretty cool, 'cause it could buy me.
In the show you were telling us about being down to Tennessee. Now that's got to be exciting. I took one little trip down for a weekend excursion, checked out the Opry.
Oh yeah,
Did
that's great.
I floated down the river there on the
Oh, did you?
Yes,
General Jackson.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen Barbara Mandrell's band on there. It was they put a good show on.
I bet. Yeah, I spent about a year there. I got lucky enough to get a job at Tootsie's, one of the bars down there, and so I got the opportunity to sing there for about 9 months, and loved it, and learned a lot, had a lot of fun, met a lot of good people, and that's where my music really took off. Before that, I wasn't playing much. I was living in Georgia with my father, and went to school there, went to university for a couple of years, and wasn't doing much music. And then, lucky enough, it's a funny story actually. I could tell you. I went up to see a Leaf game in Nashville because I was living in Georgia, and the nearest rink was Nashville. Yeah. Went up to a Leaf game and went out to the bars afterwards and sang a couple with the band. They told me to come try out to work at Tootsie's. I came back, tried out, and got the job. And it's pretty much how it happened. It was it was a great.
Yeah, well, you're busy around here. I know that. Like
yeah.
I see your name, and it's great to see the younger generation going through it, because it's even the new country and old country, and the respect that you got for it is unreal. Like I seen the respect from the show that I seen. It was very good. You got another tune, George?
Yeah, let's do one of me and my grandfather usually do together, and but we'll I'll do it myself today. He's not here. So, but actually, the funny story I usually take all of his songs anyway. Since I was a kid, I've been looking at his songbook and stealing his songs. So
Well, he probably likes that.
he didn't at the time, but now he's starting to like it a little more. Anyway, I'm gonna do like this song right here. We do it together. I already know my grandma back in 1923. Grandpa kept it in his coat, and he showed it once to me. He said, boy, you might not understand, a long, long time ago, Grandma's daddy didn't like me none, but I loved your grandma so. We had this crazy plan to meet and run away together, get married in the first town we came to and live forever, nailed to the tree where we were supposed to meet instead. I found this letter, and this is what it said. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. I read those words just hours before my grandma passed away. In the doorway of the church where me and Grandpa stopped to pray. You know I've never seen him cry in all my 21 years. But as he said these words to her, his eyes fill up with tears. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. And between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
Well, that's all the time we got this week, Beebs, in the Breezeway.
Another great weekend.
Another great
Amazing. Nice seeing you again.
Yes,
I
thank
wish
you.
you all the
Thank you
best.
so much for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so much. Thank you.
very enjoyable. That's going to be tough for editing.
Yeah.
I've said it a few
I'm glad that's your
episodes in
part.
the past. It's
Two-parter coming up here soon.
well, something's got to give. anyways, till next week in the Breezeway, get out and check this young fella out. But anyways, next week in the Breezeway, keep your stick on nice.
Beer on ice too.
Beer on ice and sticks what?
Poking them toads.
Talking at toads.